Hey Waco, it's Cristi McGowan at NextHome Our Town, and if you've heard anything lately about the real estate market, it has likely been about the lack of inventory. And if your home is functioning well for you, well, count yourself lucky. But for those of you still trying to transition to work from home, the occasional and unpredictable quarantining of kids, or just wanting to get more out of your abode now that you are literally stuck there, well, it's hard to figure out how to move forward given low inventory circumstances. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the main reason that sellers aren't selling is that they haven't found their next home yet. And when they do, they can't win in a competitive bidding market with the back-out clause that they need to sell their own home first before they can buy the new. Therefore, no listings. Ignorantly, as quickly as homes are flying off the shelf, I could say, it's a great time to sell. You can make a mint. But even the incentive of incredible profits isn't enough to make one want to risk being homeless, nor do you want to move twice or spend any length of time in a tiny apartment while you wait for the right home to appear. So, rather than sounding like a used car salesperson who's oblivious, I've got some creative answers for you that may solve this double-sided problem. Today, we have 5 ways you can buy before you sell. Number 1, your rich uncle. Okay, I know, it sounds silly, but seriously, if you cannot qualify for a loan to buy your next home because your down payment is tied up in the old one, your rich uncle can gift you the money you need to buy. Obviously, you're paying him back when you sell your old home, and while it's somewhat embarrassing to ask, your uncle loves you and wants to see you comfortably living in your new space. If you don't have an uncle, your employer is also a great lender-approved gifter for down payments. So now let's get a little bit more serious. Number 2, lower your down payment and then recast your loan. So another option is to secure a loan with a lower down payment, which reduces the amount of cash that you need on hand to buy. But before you say PMI, the beauty in this solution is that when you do eventually sell your old home, you are able to recast on the loan for the new home. This means you can make a larger deposit towards the principal of your note for a small fee, like $250. The lender will re-amortize the new loan, and now you've got what adds up to a 20% down payment. They can remove the PMI. Not all lenders offer this opportunity, so be sure to check with your realtor for recommended banks. Number 3, rent your home to offset the debt. The next option is to rent your old home to offset the debt. If for some very odd reason you do not have a ton of equity in your old home, likely because you haven't lived there for very long, and your only obstacle is debt to income ratios, you can rent out your property, which will offset that mortgage payment, freeing up your income to qualify to buy a new home. Again, not all lenders approve this, so ask your agent. Ideally, your new tenants would move in the day after you moved out to your new home, and you may even have the opportunity to create some passive income. Number 4, bridge loans. These are nothing new but very limited, meaning only a few banks offer them, and this is how they work. The bank will appraise your old home, determine how much equity you have, and use that equity to qualify you for a new loan to purchase a new home. They will loan you the money to purchase the new home, and when you sell your old home, there will be a second closing where you make the required down payment and finalize the package on the new. I know it's complicated, so just call me. But number 5 is the most exciting option I'm presenting today, and it's where you contract with a financial institution that will actually buy your next home in their name with cash on your behalf. There are only a few companies that will make these purchases in Waco, Texas, so do your research and ask your agent. So even if you have one of the options available of 1 to 4 and you found the home you want to buy, you may still be competing with other buyers. And in a competitive market, the strongest offer on the table is the one that's cash. Since all your cash is tied up in the old home, these institutions will use their funds to make an all-cash offer on your new home on your behalf. When the new home is closed on, you move in and rent it from the bank while you're prepping and selling your old home. When the old home is sold, you can buy your new home from the financial institution with a traditional loan, whether that be FHA, VA, conventional, whatever. As you might expect, there are a few fees for using someone else's cash, and the terms vary based on the opportunity or financial institution you choose. So ask your agent to go through the differences with you and make sure that you pick the right one. So now you know you're not stuck in your miserable situation forever. But if you want to know a little bit more about these and if they could work for you, please call me. You can text me at 254-271-1354 or call the office. We're happy to schedule an online or in-person chat. Thanks so much for watching and have a great week.